in this activation, we are going to be bringing you into the frequency, the knowing, and the downright joy that your inner child is always sitting in. Your inner child is so abundantly joyful and unconditionally loving of not only yourself, but every experience that you have ever had. Your inner child is the one that knows how to shift you forward so quickly, while also keeping you in the frequency to allow your beautiful manifestations that is co-creating the most magnificent life that feels so amazing. That's who your inner child is. Yes, your inner child is the one that loves to do cartwheels or ride a bike or maybe paint or draw or play video games. But your inner child is the one that knows how to keep you in the frequency of joy even when you are not doing those things. Sometimes when we are reaching to get to a destination, we are so busy thinking about, I've got to go here next. I got to do the next thing, rather than allowing yourself to do so through the state of joy. Do so through the state of actually having fun and enjoying it. Being in a place where you're like, I love what I'm producing energetically from my field and physically, tangibly here in the 3D. A lot of people talk about getting to 5D, 6D consciousness. You have accessibility to that at all times when you choose to tune into it. It's not somewhere you're going, it's who you choose to be every single time. My friend Malu here, he is an elder of the Lyrian stars, and he is the one that is guiding this activation today. And he is bringing forward this beautiful message for you to really understand that when you are operating through the lens of your inner child, through the joy, through just laughter and actually loving the moment that you're in, you are operating in the same frequencies as the beautiful Lyrian light being team always operates at. There's nowhere you have to go. You must choose to access it. You must choose to go there and tell your mind where you want it to go. So let's go ahead and get into this activation. I love you so much. Your inner child loves you so much. I want you to find a space to either take a seat or lie down. Malu is saying, let's go ahead and lie down. So let's lie down. And I want you to place your left hand on your belly button, which is your stargate or your knowing. And I want you to place your right hand on your heart. And out loud, I want you to say, dimension of my mind, focus on something that we love. It can be anything. It can be a friend. It can be a memory. It can be a pet. It can be anything. It can be a place on earth. It can be a tree. Whatever you want. All right. Now that you have directed your mind where you want it to focus, I just want you to take a deep breath. Ancient SO, ground all who are listening to this activation deep into Mother Earth. Take another deep breath. Ooh. Ground them further, Ancient SO. Beautiful. And Lightbringer SO, I want you to create an orb of unconditional love around each person. Beautiful. Yep, covering their head all the way down to beneath their feet. And I want you to fill this orb, Lightbringer SO, with God's unconditional love. Good. And Lightbringer SO, now I want you to fill this orb with their inner child's unconditional love for themselves. Take a deep breath. Whew. Other than an increase in that frequency of unconditional love, could you tell a difference? I'd be willing to say no, because there is no difference. Your inner child is the part of you that is so connected to God's source energy. They know what God's unconditional love feels like, and they project it from you at all times. Take another deep breath. And I want you to tap your heart 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to say, heart, activate the unconditional love my inner child holds, and let me feel this in my body. Beautiful. And as you do this, Malu is bringing in, and he is placing a recorder device behind the chambers of your heart so that you can record this frequency and simply ask to come back to it at any time. And as Malu is placing this recorder device, what it looks like is it just looks like a tiny silver rectangular box. Yep. There we go. It is 3D. And it's the shiniest of silvers that I have ever experienced seeing on this 3D realm. Good. And as Malu attunes that, I'm just going to support him with some light language to really bring you in and hold you in that unconditional love that your inner child has now placed you in. I also want you to take note, you are the one doing all of this. You are the one activating the unconditional love. You are the one that has access all of the time. Choose to stay in this power. Thank you, Malu, for placing this here. Whew, there we go. Continue to breathe. Beautiful. And Malu is plugging this beautiful recorder box into your knowing so that it begins to become a part of who you are. When you are in your state of knowing, there is no question, there is no doubt. It simply is. So as he is building that beautiful plug there. Continue to focus on something that you love. When you are focusing on something that you love, the energy is more easily to get into your field and to be activated. Good. And Harmonizer SO, I want you to connect into the energy fields of all people watching this on all time space realities, listening. Thank you, Spirit. All people listening to this. And I want you to begin to go into their emotional field and harmonize any empathic energies that they have picked up from others or any environments that are not serving unconditional love. And I want you to begin to harmonize that so that those empathic energies can be lifted and sent back to the light and unconditional love. Light bringers support that and lift them higher. Good. I want you to tap your heart 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and say, heart, clear these frequencies even faster. Ia la satia shikikia mana ia shi ia moata ia maani ia shi ia maani ia shi ia makana ia oa. Good. And Harmonizer SO, what I want you to do is I want you to bring in this beautiful light pink, the most baby pink frequency into the dimension of their emotions to anchor in this feeling of safety around letting that unconditional love in. You are deserving, you are worthy, and there is nothing that you must do to be open to receive unconditional love. There's nothing that you have ever done, and there is nothing that you will ever do that pulls you away from that unconditional love. Whew, take a deep breath. Good. And at this time, Malu is placing what we humans would call like a light pink cloud above your crown chakra. And this light pink cloud is just going to move in through your crown chakra. And it's moving to the back space of your brain here into your limbic stem. And it is just this very beautiful, soft, pink, cloudy energy going all the way down your nervous system. All the way down, down, down. Take a deep breath. Good. Now what I want you to say is I want you to say magnetic recorder device. Show me what it feels like to feel the recording of my inner child's unconditional love. I say yes. When you move in this frequency, regardless of what you are doing, whether it is you are having the best of time with your best of friends, or you are sitting down and getting ready to start your WERK day, work day. Know that you can be in this frequency. My friend Malu wants to leave you with this message. There is never a moment in your time of life, not a single moment, that you cannot access this energy. No matter what you are going through, no matter what you are experiencing, this energy is accessible to you. You are all now connected to the Star of Lyra with this recorder device. Every time that you communicate with this recorder device and it anchors into your knowing, you are communicating with us. Many of you are going to hear from us. Many of you will begin to channel us. Be open to us coming forward. We serve unconditional love, and we unconditionally love you and your powerful activation to move forward in life. Thank you, Malu. I love you all so much. I want to introduce you to Malu, of who I know him as, and I'm going to call him him because he comes forward in a very actionable masculine energy in my world. But Malu is who I would consider my manifestation guide. Malu is the guide that really allows me to see the bigger picture while also staying very present. He communicates to me and educates me on the quantum field. He educates me on frequency. He educates me on the power that humans hold over our frequency and bringing ourselves back into a very sovereign being. He educates me on the things that we have not yet chosen to accept as truth for humans. And when I say we, I mean the collective. I very much acknowledge that there is so much truth that every single one of us that is listening to this knows and accepts. But that's what Malu does, and that's my experience with Malu so far. I know that it will just continue to expand, but with any guide that I bring forward, I want to invite you, if you are feeling a call to communicate and channel and build a relationship, because that's a key piece there. You got to build the relationship. I invite you to do so. So if Malu's frequency and Malu's message was like, I must start communicating and building a relationship with Malu, please do. I love you so much. And happy spending more time with your inner child.